let me recap. Magic the Gathering has several formats, rule sets that use... Oh my god, is anybody listening to this that doesn't know it? I got these scripts. This is Morning Perfect base. I'm picking up from where I left off last time. Going to be going out to an ocean monument, going to prep it for my friends, put up a little, the obsidian, portal there, to the nether, to get there quick and safe. I'm sure there will be no untoward events happening on that front. So I'm just going to sail over here, go to the thing, I'm going to talk about Magic the Gathering. So, Magic the Gathering has formats, right? Commander. Where instead of 2 people, 20 life, 60 cards in their deck, 4 copies of each card, Commander's like, whoa, 100 cards, 1 of each, way less consistent, 40 life, takes forever, 3 players, it's a complete clusterfuck now. Most popular format of Magic, by the way. So, 1 year ago, right, September 28th, air. That doesn't give me a lot of air, actually. I do love this trident, though. September 28th, 2020, 1 year ago, Wizards of the Coast announced a crossover with The Walking Dead sold directly to consumers. This is a product crossover, not a story crossover. I have a lot to say. God, I just love haven't tried. I have a lot to say about Wizards' story and Wizards' product and how they connect and why people claim that they have product exhaustion. But this isn't that video. There were a lot of issues with that product, named Secret Lair Drop The Walking Dead. There are too many issues to go into at this junction. Players didn't like it, and they're like, hey, you guys who are mostly not dictated to by Wizards of the Coast, but you keep a pretty close relationship with Wizards of the Coast. You run Commander, the most popular format, ban these cards in it, which was pretty fucking entitled to ask them to do. And those people obviously said, no. They were too diplomatic to say that's a fucking entitled thing to ask. But they said no. So then someone put forward the idea of making a new format based on Commander, which would ban those cards. And that seemed reasonable to me, if difficult, like really difficult. Like the reason that Commander took off is because people who knew each other in the Judges community are like, hey, I'm bored. You want to do something different with like these big, unwieldy cards that aren't very good and the games take forever. And we have a lot of fun with weird cards and splashy spells that are just too big and expensive to ever play in a regular game of Magic. And it was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And they played it and they loved it and it was great. And then it spread organically between people who knew each other and who enjoyed playing the format because people liked it. So the idea of saying, we are going to make the Magic the Gathering format equivalent of Esperanto, which is caught on so much. Let me know if you've heard of Esperanto. Because that's going to be, if it's 10% of viewers, that's going to be someone's leg. Anyway, so making one from the ground up is a freaking, I didn't get milk. I need milk because as soon as I go to the ocean monument, I'm going to get miner's fatigue. So my plan's in the shitter. So I got to get milk for my cow. If you don't play Minecraft, all cows have milk, regardless of gender. So it makes diseases go away. It's magic milk. So that format, that Esperanto of Magic the Gathering ways to play, was called Captain. Kind of a play on Commander. Boy, play is giving it a lot of stretching the word play there. But I was there when it started. I fought for it to live, and I was there when it died. I did do kind of three videos on this, so I won't recap everything. The format decided to be democratic, and groups of bigots descended to pack the format and behave themselves just long enough to cement hatred of trans and gay folks into its foundations, and the racism would have come, I'm sure. Their method, the method of their ejection, wasn't democratic, but keeping them would have been fundamentally incompatible with a democratic organization. Even if they'd gained control of the format, they would have destroyed it by making it a haven for Nazis. They comforted themselves by trying to tear Captain down. They failed, And, well, that's Nazis for you. The format moved forward, balancing the tensions of executive action with democratic deliberation, which in... Really, is that what I wrote? Jeez. Okay, which, when you say it in like normal person speak, what that mean is that executive action accomplished tasks most effectively when it just ignored democratic consensus. Actions subject to deliberation were committed to death, right? And actions taken by someone with like the power to enforce their will on the community or on some sort of support structure for the community, those were the ones that actually got things done. You know, I've worked customer service, and like the stupidest dipshit I've ever met was actually during Captain, when someone who could create a website that technically functioned used that access to rewrite the Constitution, which had taken months to pass and deliberate over, and they did not understand. It didn't register why people didn't like that and were angry about it, and they were banned. And they claimed, "Oh, I represent the masses, and I'm going to run the true Captain format with all the people who support." And the next day, they're like, "Oh, the format's dead because they were mean to me." This was a pattern, man. This was just happened over and over. No one tried to tear down this format like its members. Rancorous fights, lost votes, wannabe dictators. They all turned once. I said dictators. They're just people who think they're entitled to run everything because their parents didn't teach them anything when they were kids. At any rate, as soon as somebody had a bad day on the Captain format, they just turned on it and they started to try to tear it down. They also failed to kill it. I do want to mention one exception. There was someone I worked with in the work I was doing on the format who did eventually say, "Oh, you guys have to do this or I'm quitting." And I may have said, "Quit then. You don't get to dictate terms to us." I set some conditions for what I was going to do, and they said no. And I said, "I'm not going to do this anymore then." You take it with good grace. You give someone an ultimatum. I didn't demand the entire format turn on a dime because I'm not insane. But they did, and they left. And they actually, even though I just called them insane, they actually took the time after that to make and to help an organization which uses playing Commander as a way to get money for worthy causes. They went out and they did something productive. They walked away, and they actually did something actually good and productive with their time. And I feel like that's something else that I really need to keep track on these bubbles. On one of my other worlds, I have a helmet that lets me breathe underwater for longer, and I think my whole timing with that's just messed up. Anyway, so the only thing binding so many of these people together in Captain was spite of not liking one product. There was a different thing about Secret Lair Drop The Walking Dead that got each person angry. And the hatred of that one thing did not create a common goal or a common cause. Without good leadership, we were all just individuals defined by not liking things. And that included each other. That included solutions to problems. That included rules changes. Every solution is flawed. But where to compromise on that is a matter of policy and a subject of research. Research. There's more written here about leadership and about relitigating things and about building a community, but we didn't play it. We didn't play it. None of the bitter, spoiled, I hate using this word, cowards tearing at Captain would have mattered if we played it. Nothing. I mean, it was Magic players, Magic format, couldn't play Magic. It's like pulling teeth and twisting arms to get people to play test a set of rules. It's hundreds of people participated in this. Getting 3 or 4 people together. Couldn't do it. People wanted their own... I want to play on this this thing. Oh, I'm going to play. Oh, I can't play on that. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, can we use this thing? This thing lets you use all the cards in existence, so I can play cards I can't afford that are powerful. And it's like, yeah. Oh, I don't have a deck. I can't change a deck. Which is, it's kind of privileged for me to say because I have a Magic collection, right? I don't use the secondary market. I just have a bunch of cards that I've pulled. And collections that people have given me. They got out of the game. They're like, oh, I'm going to give all Magic cards. Like, well, let's talk brass tacks. I'll take it off your hands. I'll get a whole bunch of draft chaff, that they call it, cards that 80 or 90% of all Magic cards printed, which are not intended to be competitive except in very specific formats. There's a format where you open 3 packs, basically, and then you pick stuff out of them, and then you have 45 cards at the end of that. Those are the only cards you can use. It's like, well, you're in a very specific format where those are the only cards you can use, you'll use these cards. And it's like, I get that. But after that game is over, people don't keep those decks. 80, 90% of those cards are draft chaff. They're just whatever. So it's very easy for me to say, just use your collection to brew a different deck and make something. A lot of people go to the secondary market, which is the most efficient way to play Magic. But then you have to play Magic in a very specific way. You're very much, a greyhound. You're trained for one thing. You can run very fast, but you're not doing a lot else outside of that. But at the same time, we had to see what rules changes worked, right? Can we treat hybrid mana as either or? In Commander, if something costs hybrid mana, you can pay one of 2 colors of mana for it, white mana or blue mana, to pay its cost. But that card, consequently, is both white and blue. So when you make a deck, your commander has to be white and blue. Under these rules, they could be white or they could be blue. You can still run that card. It's fine. 15 card sideboards. Having 4 copies of cards that mention themselves by name. Squadron Hawks is the real famous one, where 2 mana, you play it, you get to search your library for more cards named Squadron Hawks, put them into your hand. In Commander, you can only have 1 copy of cards, so Squadron Hawks is a 1/1 flyer for 2 mana. It's not really great. It's not worth running. But what if it could get you more Squadron Hawks? Would that be worth it for you? These were interesting rules that made Captain distinct from Commander, and which were interesting to play with. We did do some playtesting, not nearly enough. And the thing is, in order to do this, you have to do the work. The work is making a Magic deck and playing Magic, which is, again, unbelievable that that's a bridge too far for some people. So there was very little testing, very little playing. People wouldn't test or play. People would be like, oh, I've tested my garage. Please take my consideration, my feedback on this as being equal to what people have put together with their actual decks. Like, okay. In a situation where so many people are scrabbling to have as much power as possible over, oh God, oh, right, okay, all right, that's the miner's fatigue taking effect. That's not actually a flying fish that's trying to murder me. All right, well, and I don't think that really weak bow shot would have stopped anything. But regardless, it's wild how much, like, there is a dividing line between people who will do the work and people who will do not even the admin is work, who will do the branding and who will do. We had so many people volunteering to play politician. We had so many people volunteering to jawbone over the Constitution. But there were so few volunteers to do the work, the labor of playtesting, moderating, managing social media, maintaining the IT. Hard to find. Fucking rarer than my fucking spirit deck getting a win. Drink this milk. Probably should have drank it a second ago. I'm going to mine right through the frickin' top of... Oh, shit. He's in here? They keep one of these guys in? It's been a while since I've done an ocean monument. That's, alright, I can't fight him. That's, okay, just get here, and then I got low heart disease. It's going to be terminal if I don't get out of here soon. Okay. The failure was a failure of community. When I was a kid, I remember people saying, hey, those people over there, they're just not ready for democracy. This is just not their culture. And in recent years, I have seen my own backyard, like my fellow Americans, stand unready culturally for democracy. It hurts in ways I can't describe. Nice, some rubber banding there. It's another failure of community, a failure of the teeth-gritted will to solve problems and make things work how they should instead of how you personally want. I'm not a leader. Maybe if I was a leader, Captain would have worked. People who had the power to lead could have treated it as more than a hobby or a chore to be shirked. I mean, we tried. I'm talking some serious shit here, but don't get me wrong. Everyone who fucking tried, who showed up every day and contributed something, who worked to make it happen, even if we weren't good enough. I don't know if I can speak for everybody, but we learned a lot. Everyone who turned on the idea, everyone who hated Secret Lair Drop, The Walking Dead. There we go. Just in time. Wall this up so he can't get me. There we go. Everyone who hated Wizards of the Coast's economic exploitation, the dissolution of Magic's flavor, the lack of availability of unique cards outside of the US, or whatever else you got so angry about. I am locked in here, aren't I? I got miner's fatigue, and I'm sealed in here. Okay, so they saw the only viable organization trying to stop all of that. And they looked at it and they burnt it down because it wouldn't let them treat trans people like shit. Or wouldn't buckle to their demands. Or because they were told no. This shitty world gets shittier every fucking year. Given the choice between working with others to accomplish a small, positive change for a gaming hobby, compromising a little bit, or fucking yourself over while throwing wood on the fire out of ego, those guys chose the goddamn latter. It's insane. I mean, yeah, I worked with other people. We had differences of opinion. I didn't do what they thought I should do. They didn't do what I thought they should do. Agree to disagree. We're on the same side. We failed together. I guess we did that together too then. It was a real... I don't know. I wouldn't besmirch the good name of Infinity War by comparing it to Captain. But there's a little bit of common stock there. But what gets to me most is the perfect encapsulation, the microcosm of... Can I swim out? Let me swim out. Come on, I can swim out. That's just microcosm. How there are all these patterns repeating themselves, and no one seems to give a shit. People say, oh, the world's so awful because of X, Y, and Z. And they do X and Y, and you look at them and you say, man, you realize the world is bad because of X, Y, and Z. You said that with your words, and you're doing X and Y. I mean, can I trade my way? I cannot trade my way out. No, it's worth a shot. Try my way out really low. Nope. And they got their hand on the lever, and I'm like, you're about to do Z. Are you not aware, or is it just completely unimportant to you? Is there no principle separating this? And they do it. They look you right in the eye and they do it. It's like, I have no common cause with you people. To think the world's so bad because so many bad things happen. But it's different when I do it. Damn, man. I mean, look, Captain Format alumni. We suck. We failed. And there's no allowances for, it wrecked, it failed, it destroyed. We knew it was a long shot. We get that. There's no allowances for that. There's no partial credit for trying. This is not you can do anything where Daniel Radcliffe gives us the always memorable phrase, I tried, and therefore no one can criticize me. No, no, no. We tried. And god damn it, if you're going to criticize us, you can. You just have to get in line behind us. But we are better for having tried. We did the ugly work of compromise and conflict. No person who used the same time and energy for sabotage would prove themselves an ounce. They changed nothing. They started in shit and they ended there. And if you're over this, if you never cared, oh shit, fuck. Then Overly Sarcastic Productions is this great YouTube channel. They talk about history and storytelling and great people in history. And it's kind of educational and it's fun. And I really... okay, that didn't work how I thought it would. I got to practice more with this trident. I'm about to suffocate to death. Oh, man. All right. About to die. Nope. I've made so many terrible decisions here. I'm a little impressed. How emblematic of the entire effort I was just talking about. I'm just going to swim up here where they can't get line of sight on me, and then I'll be okay. Sorry, I was doing something incredibly stupid. I couldn't ramble on. If you're new to this, if you're completely irrelevant about Captain or this Secret Lair Drop The Walking Dead, I don't know why you're watching a magic video, especially my magic video. These are the worst. I'm going to be the worst Magic the Gathering YouTuber. God, I could probably get a twofer for Minecraft YouTuber at this point. I don't know why you're listening to this. But, I mean, congrats on being well-adjusted and having a sense of perspective. I mean, damn son, hashtag envy. So, that's all I got, I'm going to try to kill this guy with some arrows. If he isn't too far away, I'm going to eat some food every so often when he takes off my health. And I'm probably going to start off in the same corner. I think I got him. Yeah, got him. Alright, now the really boring work begins. So anyway, thanks for listening. Keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep making good art.